Baseball, former Vineland assistant in his first year over there with the Braves, and they are going to the state championship game in Toms River today, Toms River South. Welcome into the show, Coach. How you doing?
Hey, Sully. How you doing? Thanks.
Pretty good, man. You got the nerves under control yet, or what?
Yeah, pretty good. We feel fine.
How cool is this for you? I know you used to be an assistant under Coach Ken Frank up there, the legendary Ken Frank at Toms River South, and now you get to play a state championship game on his field. That's got to be a great thrill for you as a coach.
Yeah, it's almost like a movie, going back to where I started up there, and it's going to be a neat feeling today. And I talked to our team about it, and we're ready.
You sound ready. Tell us a little bit about this season. You got hired as the head coach coming into this year. What was your first impression of this team? I know you got a lot of good players. Were there any challenges early in the season that you had to face?
No, we came in over the winter, and we have a great group of seniors, and they got everybody together in the weight room right away, and the team's gelled since day one. Then they started to get their winter workouts in as far as hitting and throwing, and again the seniors just took charge of that, and everybody else followed.
Again, Williamstown baseball, they're going to be traveling up to Toms River South today at 2 p.m. to take on Milburn for the Group 4 state championship. Some of these names a little bit familiar to Cape Atlantic League sports fans. Roccabaldo, sorry if I didn't say that right, but he's a nice wrestler over there for Williamstown, also hitting .362 with 25 hits this year. How important has he been, a kid like that who's got big game experience in another sport, and to really bring that over into baseball?
Yeah, I mean, he's just a competitor. When the game is on the line, he's not going to feel any pressure. He's a gamer. He's a three-sport athlete, and he's been a big plus in our lineup. He's batting in the 9-hole all year long, and he has great experience down there.
Pretty good 9-hole hitter, .362, 25 hits. What does that say about this offense?
Yeah, we have a lot of good players. 1 through 9, we got guys that put the ball in play. They execute the fundamentals, and they're a very disciplined team at the plate, which helps. Especially in a game like this. And hopefully, some of these guys can find their ways on base today, and more importantly, cross home plate. Yeah,
there you go. Tell me a little bit about Denny Bentley, one of your star pitchers, 10-0 this year. Got you a big win over Old Bridge in the semis. Talk about his season a little bit and what he's meant to this team.
Well, obviously, any high school pitcher can be 10-0. It's one heck of a season. But, he just keeps his composure. He's kind of a quiet kid. Doesn't really get rattled. It doesn't matter if somebody came up to the field, you wouldn't know if he was down 5-0, up 5-0. Pitching a no-hitter, he's just the same. And we have another guy that's pretty good too, Tyler Rapp. He's going to be going today, and he's very similar. He just steps on the mound and he knows what he has to do.
Yeah, definitely. You got a nice pitching staff going on there as well. And talk a little bit about a kid named Nick D'Alessandro, hitting .442, 33 runs, 17 RBIs. I mean, that's a career for some guys in high school baseball.
Yeah, I mean, unbelievable. I mean, he starts off the season, first game of the year, 5 for 5.
Wow.
And he was, a home run away from the cycle. And he just never stopped. I think he's been on base, I don't even know how many times off the top of my head, but close to 60 times in 30 games. So
wow.
He's had an unbelievable year, not only offensively, defense. He's made at least 6-7 web gems, throwing some guys out the plate, and he's just had a heck of a year.
We're talking with Joe Smith, head baseball coach over there at Williamstown High School. Coach, what were your expectations coming into this year? You knew you had a pretty good squad. What did you think early on, first week of April, what this team might be able to accomplish?
Well, we try to scrimmage, the upper echelon teams to see where you're at. And, we knew we had some talent here, some guys that were in the lineup for the past couple of years, Ross Micah, Danny Masili, and, there's some other guys that we haven't mentioned that were in the lineup before. We figured we'd have a winning season. Williamstown baseball has always been solid. We didn't know if we'd make the state championship here our first year, but, we knew we had a solid program here already in place, and with a lefty like Denny Bentley, one of the best pitchers of South Jersey, we knew we would compete. Tri-County's a tough division.
Mm-hmm.
I was unsure how tough the other teams were, because I haven't been in the division. I've been to Cape Atlantic the past 2 years, which is a heck of a division. So we knew we would compete, but to get to this far, I'd be lying if I said I thought we'd be here.
Have you spoken at all with Coach Frank? I know this is a guy with a lot of championship experience. He's got more than a handful of state title rings up there at Toms River South. Have you reached out to him at all to try to get some advice for a state championship game? Or?
Yeah, I talk to him on a daily basis. I actually talked to him last night. I talked to him again this morning, just seeing what the weather was like up there. But yeah, he just said, "Coach, I'm proud of you. Hopefully you can take one or two things from what you learned up here and apply them today, and hopefully come out on top." And he said, us Toms River South guys haven't been there in a while, so we're happy that you're there for us.
Yeah, they ran into a tough mainland team this year, and Kyle Gerace shut them down 1-0. Before we let you go, Coach, just wanted to congratulate you and get your thoughts on being named the South Jersey Baseball Coaches Association Coach of the Year. That's got to be a great thrill for a guy like you, a baseball nut like myself, and to be recognized for your hard work. That's got to be kind of overwhelming for you.
Yeah, like I said at the banquet, when you get an award like this, it's not an individual award by any means. It takes a lot of people, in the background, and a lot of people, throughout your career. And my coaching staff obviously has a big impact on that. Every single player in this program, we talk about, we're a program, from the best player all the way down to the worst player as a freshman. We treat all the kids the same, and all of them kids have a piece of this Coach of the Year. And even the coaches in the past, like Coach Frank, Coach Malatesta from Vineland, Coach Amstutz that was on earlier.
Yeah.
Everybody that I've come across over the years, they've taught me something down the line, and I really appreciate it.
Well, I want to take a quick minute and congratulate you, Coach. I know you put a lot of hard work in over there, and it's great to see that hard work recognized. And good luck today over there at the state championship, and bring it home to Williamstown. Thank you.
One last thing I'd like to give good luck to Holy Spirit today, and good luck to Mike, who was on the show earlier. I know him personally, had some close battles with him over his high school career.
Yeah, great pitcher.
And Coach Curran at Mainland did a great job again, and the Cape Atlantic's strong as usual.
Yeah, I'd say it's kind of a golden age for baseball in South Jersey, so it's great to be a part of it.
Thanks, Sully. I really appreciate it.
All right, thanks, Coach. That was head coach Joe Smith over there.